Hello, welcome to our assembly for Friday. I hope you've had a really good week. It's been so super cool seeing so many people in my office and getting all of my special head teacher stickers for all of that good work that you've been doing. I think that Mrs. Hammond is trying to make sure that all of Rabbit's class get 500 stickers each by the end of the term, because Rabbits have been blowing me away with all of their work and coming up with being told me about kind words and about number bonds and all sorts of things. You've been amazing. Well done, guys. So we've been thinking about being kind this week and doing our best with kind actions, and we've had our two stories about kind actions. And today what I'm going to do in our assembly is I am going to share a little bit of information about something called random acts of kindness. Now, this might well be something that you've heard of before. Random acts of kindness are all to do with how you can just do something. You don't need a reason for it. You can just do something because it makes other people feel better and it makes you feel better too. Okay, there doesn't need to be a reason for it. Sometimes we give presents on a birthday or we say nice things to somebody because we want something from them, but actually a random act of kindness can make even more difference than that. Let's have a look. So we're going to consider ways we can be kind to others and why this is important. Okay, why it's important to be kind to others. We've got examples here. The two children at the front are sharing. We've got somebody who's helping someone else up. Do you know, I was so proud of the children in Hedgehog's class today, because there was somebody who fell over, hurt their knee, and other people came over to see if they were okay, to ask if they felt all right. And I was so proud of everybody who did that. So well done for those guys. And there are two people on the left-hand side who are just holding hands, being friends together, which is lovely. So Random Acts of Kindness Day is celebrated on the 17th of February. Now, that's a day when you can do something, or when we kind of promote it, but actually random acts of kindness or acts of kindness are something that we should be doing all the time. We should always be helping other people. We should always be thinking of ways to be kind, thinking of the small gestures that help to make other people feel good. So we've got some children sharing a coat. We've got two children who are talking in the playground, one who's a bit sad and the other one's looking after them. And we can see children playing together there. Okay, lots of different ways to be kind. And the thing that you can see from all of these pictures is that when you're kind, it makes you happy too. So what can we do to show kindness? Because we don't need to wait for the 17th of February. We can show it all the time. So you could pay someone a compliment saying, I like your t-shirt. You could invite a new friend to play a game or join a discussion. You could hold a door open for somebody. There was some people who were almost dancing out of the way to get out of the way when people were coming through the door yesterday in Woodpecker's class. Really impressed. That was absolutely fantastic. And I've really noticed in the morning when people have been talking to me on the playground, when they've been coming into school, people asking me how my day has been. That's been really nice. Made me smile. So things that we can do at home as well. Do a job around the house like I'd suggested earlier in the week. I hope you've been thinking of ways that you can help mums and dads at home, tidying up without being nagged, sharing something with a friend. And we know it's a bit difficult with social distancing at the moment to have friends around for tea and that sort of thing, but something we'll be getting back to soon. And things that we can do in school. You've got somebody who's sad at dinner time, you ask if they're okay. Offer to carry something for somebody. And there've been a couple of children who took messages from me today. It was really helpful, and I was really grateful. Now, why should you show kindness? Why should you do this? Is it all about somebody else? And that act of kindness actually makes everybody feel good. If you do that, and something we've said all week is that it will encourage them to be kind to other people as well. So if you are kind to somebody, they will be kind to somebody, then the next person will be kind to, and it carries on and on and on and on. And if you're kind to somebody, it makes you feel happy inside as well. So if you're kind, you can make better friends. You might be friends, but being kind to somebody makes you better friends because they like you more. It can help you to build new friendships. With the example that I gave in with the child who's hurt themselves in the playground, it wasn't the children I was expecting. That person's friends who came over and asked if they were okay. And that's really, really cool, because it means that we're making new friends and being really caring. And being kind to others helps us to feel happier. It releases happy chemicals in our body. So those happy chemicals, that dopamine effect is really positive, because it means that you feel good when you do something for other people as well. So let's have a look at some situations. Look at the picture. It's raining. What's the random act of kindness that somebody in the bus stop should show? Tell your partner. That's right, that little boy should be welcomed into the bus stop. And this PowerPoint was made before social distancing, so we know those people should be spread further apart, and having more people in the bus stop is not going to help, but that child shouldn't be standing out in the rain. Okay? Next one. Now, the child at the front is looking cross as well as upset. Is there a reason why he's cross? What could you do about it? Tell your teacher, tell your friends. You might be able to invite him into the game. He might be upset because the game's not gone his way. You could work out what you could do differently. He might be cross because you're not playing the game that he wants to play, and you could see if you could work out something you could all do together. So there's lots of different ways that you could help to make that happen. Now, what's happening here? We've got somebody who's crossing the road carrying a heavy lot of bags. It's difficult to press that weight button on the pedestrian crossing when your hands are full. So what should you do? Now, there's two right answers in this one, because obviously one would be to press the button, but also we also know that we shouldn't approach strangers, and you should only go to help if you've got a grown-up who's with you to make sure that you're okay as well, because we don't walk up and just start talking to strangers in the streets. So, but there are things that we can definitely do. What about this one? You've got children eating their lunches, and you've got somebody who is on their own. Now, it might be that they could come and sit at that table and you could get another chair. What if they have no food? Whose responsibility is it to look after them? Should the children at that table give them their food or not? What do you think? Have a talk. Well, obviously, we want the person who's on the left, who's looking sad, to have some food, but it's not those children's responsibility. It's not their job. And it's a grown-up's job to sort that out. So if a child's got no food, then tell one of our midday assistants, tell your class teacher, and we can absolutely get that sorted. Some of the children at the Juro DEB school in Kenya might not be able to afford food, and when they bring their lunches to school, some of the children will sit around outside at lunch and they will share their food. And sometimes it was quite recent when I went with Mrs. Pugh Jones to Kenya that the school was beginning to provide food for children who couldn't afford it. Okay, and that was that act of kindness by the school staff, by the head teacher, Mr. Samwell. Okay, so we've got lots of acts of kindness there. So there's loads and loads of ways that we can show kindness to others around us. So have a think now. What are you going to do today to show kindness? What are you going to do over the weekend to show kindness? And then, because we won't be thinking about kindness in assemblies next week and with our ways to well-being, what else will you do? Are you just going to stop, or are you going to keep on being kind? I think we're going to keep on being kind in lots and lots of different ways, in lots of different places, right the way through the day. So just like I said, make sure you're with a trusted adult and talk to them first about the kindness to show to others in the community. And showing kindness to friends and trusted adults is a really, really good place to start. Okay? So, talk to the person next to you about what you're going to do to show kindness to others in these places, and then share some ideas as a class. So there we go, guys. You've got loads of ideas about being kind. You are all super kind. I've seen that happening around school. I've seen you when you've been playing so well. You've been absolutely brilliant. Have a lovely rest of the day and have a really nice weekend, guys. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.